All right, this is geometry. This is my 8th hour class.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. Go. Geometry rocks. Oh, got a D in here. Pass it. Whoa.
Anyway, all right. Use figure. Find the value of x. Now, I had some people at the last time I saw you, whatever day that was, going through and try to figure this out in different ways. Okay. Yes, that was right. Okay, it was right. So a couple things that you also could have done. Okay, so I'm going to show you another way of doing it. So if you guys look, this whole thing is a big triangle, isn't it? We know that the big triangle has to add up to, say it, 180. So this thing right here is how much? 105. Could I find the x now? Yes, I could solve for it because all three angles together have to add up to 180. And what do we get? 35 degrees, right? Es muy fácil. Sí, sí. Do you have funnier if you have the YouTube, like the what's that? The subtitles on, and then saying things in different languages, it comes up. I'm like, oh, konnichiwa. All right. Yeah, that guy. All right. Sum of the measure of the interior angles of a regular polygon is 900. How many sides it have? All right. So I'm not going to teach you guys formulas. I'm going to teach you guys how. Okay, let's start with what I know. A triangle has how many sides? 3. So 3 sides is 180, right? Okay, let's go up. 4 sides is, okay, think about it. Think about a square. Think about a square, right? Does it have 4 right angles?
Yeah.
So that's 360, right? Okay, so that will be 360.
Yes. 540.
What you got? Hmm? Oh, wash your hands? Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you actually had an answer. I was all excited.
540?
This guy says 540. Does anyone believe him?
Yes, I do.
What you got?
428,
Anyway,
Yes.
the answer is,
Yep, I know it.
how do I get from here to here?
Plus 180 plus something.
So what do you think I'm going to do from here to here?
Tiny, bro, it's 540. And then
Which is?
720. And then
I went right 80.
You said 6 is how much? 7 is?
8, 9.
Bro, 720.
Yeah, 9. 10, 8.
1080. Yes, 1080.
2,260.
That's pretty easy.
1,400.
Now you guys understand, right? There is 80 degrees every time I add a new, or 180 every time I add another side, right? So the sum of the interiors will add up to that. So how many sides does this one have? 7 sides. 7 sides. Okay. Let's see. Triangle RST is isosceles. Isosceles with measure of angle A is 120. Oh, I'm sorry. Angle R. Sorry. So this one's not a very good one. So R is here. And it is isosceles. So that means that bam, bam. Is it come on now. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right. Stare at this for a moment. I want you guys, okay, without answering, I want you guys to think about it in your head. You're going to give me an answer. Okay, so now you had time to ponder. What do we know about S and T? They have to be the same. They have to be congruent because in isosceles triangle, base angles are also congruent, right? So I got answers over here, which everyone should say this is what? 30, yes. I'm going to show you guys the algebra way because they're unknown, but they're the same, right? So I'm going to say that x plus 120 is 180, right? Got 2x plus 120 is 180. 2x is 60. X es 30. Está muy bien. Sí, sí, es muy bien. What's that one song? That one song.
There's a lot of
That one song?
Yeah.
The one with the one.
No. The des something.
Despacito.
There we go. There we go.
Oh.
All right. Alexis, play Despacito.
It's Alexa.
Okay. I don't have Alexa, so I figured I'd try Alexis. All right. All right. Sides of the triangle measure 5 and 8 meters. What are the possible lengths for the third side of the triangle? Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys a neat little trick. So, that's 5. That's 8. And this one is some side, right?
Yes, sir.
So, think about this. Okay? Think about this. So if you guys okay, for those people in YouTube land, I'm doing an example with paper. Okay, just so you know. All right. So I need to make a triangle out of this. Okay, so I'm going to fold it over. So I'm going to do this a couple times. Fold it over there. And okay, so the right side is my 5 and the left side is my 8. Okay, so the bottom piece is the piece we're trying to figure out. Okay, so the length of the bottom piece has to be a certain amount. So I'm going to show you guys what would happen if it is more than a certain amount. So here is my new triangle that you guys could try and see. So it's 5 and 8. So is that a triangle still? Say no. No, why is it not a triangle? Because I have, look, I have the 5 over here, I have 8 over here. Why will that not make a triangle now? It's not connected, right? So with that 5 and the 8, what do you think should happen with that bottom piece? How big can it be?
12.
No more than how much?
More than 12.
No more than 12. Can it be 13?
No, so we should.
Then it would be straight flat, right? Can it be 12.5? Yes. It's got to be less than 13. Because at 13 it's going to lay flat like this, right? Yes? Say yeah. Okay. So if I were to put it on my board of what we just decided, I have 5 here and I have 8 over here. So if this is 13, the thing's going to flat, right? It's just going to lay flat. So it's got to be less than that. For it to be able to come together and make a pitch, it's got to be less than 13. So my x value is going to be less than 13. It can't be equal to 13 though, right? Can't be equal to 13. It's got to be less than 13. But is there a number that it's got to be more than?
0.
Remember, alligators always eat the bigger ones, right? So, because x is greater than 0, but x is also less than 13. So it's somewhere between 0 and 13. Yep, that's where we get for my work. All right, see this thing? It looks like a hot mess, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. It looks like a hot mess, but guess what? It's not. Okay, I'll tell you out right now. Point G is the centroid of this figure. Okay, centroid is, if I were to cut out that shape, put it on a pin and balance it, it would be bouncing on point G perfectly. It would be perfectly balanced at point G. That would be the centroid. Okay?
Where's your centroid?
All right, so centroid is the center of mass of whatever shape that is, all right? So whenever I do that, it's also from that point right here, so this is EG, which is 4. I'm looking for GC. Yes.
11.
No.
8.
Yes. Okay.
I just thought it was double the size.
It is. This is the short side, and that's the long side. From the point to the center is the long side. This is 1/3 of the whole thing. So if I look at it, EG, so this is 8. So the whole thing is how much? Say 12. So 4 over 12 gives me a fraction of 1/3, isn't it?
So,
Say yes.
yeah.
Okay, and this one over here, 8 over 12 gives me a fraction of 2/3.
Yes, sir.
It's always like that with any centroid. Short side is 1/3, long side is 2/3.
So,
Or another way of saying it would be, it is twice as long as the short part. Twice as long as the short. That's super easy, right?
8 is going to be 10.
Okay, so
10.
if AF is 15, AF is 15, what is AG?
10.
You guys all agree?
Yes, sir.
I hear a couple people, but anyone have like a puzzling question, like you're sitting there staring at me slack-jawed with your mouth hanging wide open, you're like, what the hell is this? Not to be quite specific on that, does everyone understand why this is going to be 10?
Yeah.
Has anyone got questions about why it's not 10?
No.
There is going to be a test over this. That's 10, it makes this piece over here 5.
Wow.
Y'all just learned some stuff. Feel smarter now? Just like bruh. Midsegment. Now, by definition of midsegment, there's a whole lot of things that happen here. Midsegment of a triangle. So, I know that this piece is congruent to that piece. This piece is congruent to that piece. Because it is the midsegment. So, segment in the middle, right? And if this is, I got that, and this is going to be 1/2. MN is going to be half of it. Okay, so watch this. KM is 11. KM is 11. KL is 24. What is KN?
12.
12, right? because these two pieces are going to be congruent in a midsegment. So this is 12 here. This side is? Very good. What's MJ? 11. Okay, good. Muy fácil? Okay. And the figure. They are perpendicular bisectors. Now, this one right here is kind of a mess. Doesn't that look like a mess? It looks like a mess, doesn't it? So watch this. It says LP is 5. LH is 12. HP is what? 13. So I'm going to put that right there. It's 6, right? All right, there's a couple different ways that I could do this. You got it now? You asked me to wait, so I thought you were writing it down or something. Anyone want to throw out the answer? I have a cookie for someone to give me the right answer, and they have to tell me why.
9.
Anyone? Anyone want to raise your hand? Take a shot at it.
13.
Why do you say it's that?
Because it's the same line as HP and
Yeah, it is.
plus 1.
I looked at
You get a Thin Mint. It's my last Girl Scout cookie. All right. Anyway. All right. So the answer, yes, is 13. But there's a couple things I could identify to make this a little bit easier. So I could use Pythagorean theorem, but I don't need to. Watch this. Are they both sharing the same side? They're both sharing that same side right there, right? So these two triangles are congruent by side, angle, side, right? So whatever I have here is also here, isn't it? So if PH is 13, then PJ is 13. They are the same because of the two different triangles. Yes. Okay. So PJ equals 13. All right. So in center, guess what? Skip it. I ain't even gonna mess with in centers.
Why?
Huh? Because I haven't taught it in the last 8 years, and it's never been on the AZMerit. Yes.
Are we taking the exam today?
So if it is, it's your fault.
Today? No. You're doing it on Friday of next week. Yes. Give it a second. I gotta wait for the smart board to start working again.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. When you hear that, blah, 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 yeah, that means that it's restarting because it decided to stop. Okay, so on this one right here, I'm gonna start putting in some values. BE is congruent to ED, so no.
Yes, sir.
Congruent here. This one's congruent to this one right here. Okay, and EC is 16. EC is 16, so this piece is 16. This one right here is ABC, ABC, ABC. This is 64. So this one is going to be opposite. In this quadrilateral, opposite angles are congruent. So if that's 64, then this over here is 64, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, also in a quadrilateral, diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. All right, so We're going to solve for x and y. We're going to solve for x and y here. So it says that AE is 3x minus 5. So what does it have to be equal to? 16, because they're both going to be equal, right? So let's see, it's going to be 3x minus 5 equals 16. So you guys are doing that math for me, please, on your paper, because otherwise you're falling asleep and your glasses are falling off while I'm trying to talk to you. Plus 5, 3x is, divide by 3, x is 7. Now, the next thing I'm going to deal has to do with the angles. In a quadrilateral, these two angles together add up to what? 180. Very good. So, I want you guys, right now, setting it up and solving for it. He just said they both together add up to what? 180. So you are setting it up and solving it. Shh. Shh. Stop killing my vibe, big perm.
Finally, you got the right person.
No, that's not a phone out, right? That's not a phone out at all, is it? Okay, but I will put it over here so it's not limitations. Because Big Perm said so, or you actually did the math?
I don't know, man.
Alright, so on this one right here, they both together have to add up to 180. So I'm going to start off with what I have, which is this right here. 4y minus 12 plus 64 equals 180. I get 4y plus 52 equals 180. Minus 52. 4y is, what is it? 128. Divide by 4. There we go. Y is 32. Es muy fácil. What's the other word for difficult? It's like difícil or something? Difícil. Difícil.
I thought you said another word for difficult.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. Alright. Okay. State whether quadrilateral has congruent diagonals.
Yes.
So, congruent diagonals means what? Say same measure. Okay, so I'm going to clear this one up real quick. And for the people in YouTube land, I am taking my meter stick and I'm going to measure this. So, AC is that 13? Yeah, let's say 13. I'm telling you it is. Man. 18. Are those congruent? No. If they are congruent, they would be the same. So, what shape is this? Parallelogram. It is a parallelogram. Parallelogram. Okay, so
So no.
I'd say no. A rhombus. What is a rhombus? It's a diamond, right? But what about it?
It's not gonna be. Doesn't have.
All sides are congruent in a rhombus. Okay, what about the diagonals here? Wow, that's a horrible shape. I could do better. Come on. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. So, are the diagonals congruent? Say no. No, they're not. In a rectangle, are the diagonals congruent? Okay, so I need a tool here. All right, let's see. So YouTube land, again, I am using my meter sig. So we're coming up to about 26 there. And right here we come up to 26 there. So in a rectangle, are the diagonals congruent? Yes, they are. So I put yes. All right, now the next thing. Nah, throw that off. I wonder if I could just delete from there. The X? No, the X is to move it. See, that's to move it. This is to, there's delete. There we go. All right. Isosceles trapezoid. So I suck at drawing this, but I'm going to do my best. Bam. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, isosceles mean these sides are the same. So, this one right here, what do you guys think? Yes, it is. Even though that my drawing sucks, but yes, it is. All right. So, and a kite. What do you say about a kite? Let's see. We have 7 inches, and we have 11 inches. Are those congruent? No. Muy fácil. So you guys got to know your shapes. Midsegment. Ooh, midsegment's good. Okay, what did I tell you about midsegment? They're in the middle. If it's the middle, but what do I know about the two sides that's the middle of? What did I say?
Middle.
You were zoning out. That's why I had to like put you on the spot there. It's either that or throw a harambe at you, but I'm not to that point yet. Okay. Harambe. Yeah. Anyway, so we have IJ is 18. GL is 42. What is HK? So, I want you guys to ponder this.
I ain't know around it was big.
Really?
Not like that.
Oh, okay. So, you guys are going to math right now. You're going to math right now. Okay, quit staring at me, stare up there. Okay? You guys just wait for me to throw Harambe at someone. Yeah, I know, but still. I want you guys to think about it. You guys are going to tell me what HK is going to be. You did get it, but I don't like the way you did it.
Why?
No, I'm just trying to. You'll get it. You'll get it every time.
Oh, you're a cheater. There you go.
All right. Let's see. Class.
Yes.
What do we get?
30.
We got one person got 30. Anyone else got something else?
I'm gonna say 30, my bad.
You gonna say 30?
Yeah,
According to
because
my
18 plus 12 is 30. Yeah, I meant to say
18
30.
plus 12 is
I would
what?
say
Yeah, I meant to say 30.
Okay, how about this? How about this?
37.
If it's the mid segment, that would mean it's the
It's the middle.
middle. The middle in between these two numbers. So it's basically 42 plus 18 divided by 2. So it's kind of like finding the average.
I did do that.
Yeah. It's like kind of like finding the average. So that's going to give me 60 divided by 2 is 30. Yes, right?
He didn't like the way I did it.
Ooh. All right. So I need you guys write down these points, and you guys will love me for this.
Oh my god.
Quit your whining. You will.
I already love you.
Dad.
Yeah, that's what I say, Brad.
Big Papa.
Did you write them down yet? Okay, so this next part is going to be a little bit interesting the first time through. Hmm? Yes, it is.
That's a big app. Hey, let me break it in half. No, I can do it. I got that forearm strength.
Ah,
I did it last time.
I know. This one's just a big apple. I usually do it. I don't have a problem, but I don't want to like squish it where it's like mush. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like if it's holding too much, you just like smash it. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want sauce. All right, y'all ready? Okay, you guys write down those numbers, right? Take a calculator. Start at the home. Okay, todos los personas en esta clase, please, por favor, home.
Yo, Pacho.
A la casa.
My name is still.
A la casa, por favor.
Yeah.
Es bien. Okay, so this is a process and you have to do it in this order. New document. And since this is coordinates, I need to have a graph. And I know I'm not falling asleep because I need to put this in the calculator. No one is sleeping in here, right?
Are you sure about that?
Add graphs. Oh yeah.
Everyone get that far? Menu. Geometry.
Wait.
What's the lines?
Mine doesn't have the option.
Because you're in Scratchpad.
Geometry.
Escape. House. House. House.
I don't see the house.
Push the on button.
It's the house.
I don't have that button.
It's right here.
Does it want the house on it?
It's the on button.
I know, I pushed it.
It's not working.
The house button's not working?
Menu.
That's where you're at.
Oh.
Hit new document.
You just hit the number.
Hit number 1. There we go. And so, there we go. Okay, so what type do we need? Graph. Man. Okay, so we're going to do points and lines. This only works when I'm trying to find the different sides. Each side is going to points and lines.
Points and lines, and then
Okay, so
point on.
I want
That's it.
segments. Because when you find the length of every side, you need segments. Okay, so like I said, the first time through, you guys are going to have trouble, but you will love me for this. Okay, is everyone there?
Bro,
3-1.
yo, mine's not working. I just have the mouse out.
Huh?
My mouse is out. That's it.
It's there.
No, it's not. It's just the mouse.
There we go. There we go. Okay. So now go back and do it again. All right. Okay, so if you guys do this right, okay, I'll show you. So now watch this. Start with parentheses. Don't put anything on here. Start with parentheses. What was my first number? 3-1. So I put parentheses. I hit 3, enter, 1, enter. Okay. My next one. 0, -4. Parentheses. 0, enter, -4, enter. Now, if you notice this, the segment stops, right? Say yes. Now I need to pick it up to draw a new line. So that means you have to start with your last point. What was my last point? 0, enter, -4, enter. So it's connecting this last point. So that's why I put it in twice. Yeah, yeah, you can, but you have to be careful. Because if you don't, it won't close the figure. Yeah, but if you don't, it's slightly off. It won't close the figure. All right, so what was my next point? -2, -2. Parentheses. -2, enter, -2, enter. Bam. Now, watch this. So you can, okay, what he said. So once you're done for this last one, you could use the hand to actually go point to point, but be careful. When you do it, you can't slide over at all. So you put it over there and just hit enter. So watch this. So see how the hand's on there?
Yes, sir.
You guys watch. The hand's on there. I'm going to hit enter. So it selected that as my point. And now I go back over here. Now I put it on top of that. The hand's there. And then from there, I hit enter. Because if you hit the center thing, it will move it a little bit sometimes when you're trying to actually close it. So I'm going to hit enter here. There we go. We got that shape, right? Is everyone here? No?
I got cross.
Okay, who's having trouble? Huh? Who's having trouble here? I need a name.
Go.
Jorge. Or Randall.
Top left.
Let's see. Where you at, Jorge?
Right here.
No, I'm looking here.
Oh. Do I see mouse? Okay. How you guys doing again? Scroll down. Damn, I'm not even in this class. I'm ditching. What the hell?
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Bruh, something's always wrong with my calculator.
Okay, it's fine. All right, so
Game signal?
Okay, who else needed help? Who's me? David?
Wait, so like.
Hi, Tony. T, you didn't log in yet. Oh,
Look for me.
Oh, I'm supposed to log in.
yeah, if you log in, I can see it. All right, it looks like just about everyone is there,
Yeah, I'm there.
except for Christian.
I'm there.
Esmeralda, are we having trouble?
Yes.
You need help?
No.
No, you good? Okay. Leslie, are you good? You want help?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're here now, right? Okay, so now I want you to do this. Just click a point somewhere over here. Click a point or just hit escape once. There we go. Okay, so watch this. Make presenter. All right, so now you're going to hit parentheses. Okay, what was my first point? Do you remember what the first point was? Huh? The first point, Q, yes. Okay, hit 3, enter. Was it and -1, right? Or was it +1? Hit +1, there we go. Now we're good there, right? Now what was the second point? 0, -4, right? So parentheses, 0, enter, -4, enter. Okay, so now we're going to pick it up where we left off, right? So we're going to start at the last point. So parentheses, 0, -4. So 0, enter, -4, there we go. And what was my next point? -2, -2? Yeah, so parentheses, -2. There we go. And if you want to finish it, you can go and put the mouse over it. Or if you want to just put the points in again, you can. Okay, so mouse over that. There we go. So we get, so now from right there, hit that enter button. There we go. And now carry it over to there. And once you get that hand on there, hit the enter button again. There we go. So you got it. Okay. Alrighty, so. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys what to do with this. So, like I said, this was going to take a while for the first time, but it's going to be better every time after that. Alright, we want to find the length of each side. So I'm going to go menu, geometry, and if I want to find the length, what menu should I go to?
Measurement.
Measurement. Let's do that. Measurement. And length. This one could also do area. It could be slope. Could do angles. Could do all those. Let's go length. So click on it. Bam. And move it. Set it right there. Click on this one. Bam. Set it down.
I got 5.7.
Click on this. Bam. Set it down.
Oh yeah.
Is this super neat? Uh-huh. All right. So now, looking at those 3 values right there, what type of triangle is this? Isosceles, very good. Everyone agree, isosceles. Isosceles is 2 of the sides are congruent, right?
Yeah, dude.
2 of the sides are congruent. It's really important. So, now let's take a look at, so this is isosceles. We explained our answer. We showed our work. All right, so here's your points. I want you guys to write down these points. And we're going to try and do this again. And I'm going to show you guys how. Write down those points on your paper, please. Because I'm going to change to my graph here momentarily.
We're using different graphs.
You can clear the graph.
Try delete twice, and then yes.
We're gonna slot it.
Hmm?
Slot the numbers. So do the same thing.
I just need it copied down first before we can do this. There we go. So, double click, you can clear this off. So, menu, geometry, line segment, -4, -1. Parentheses, -4, enter, -1, enter, 2, 5. Karen, you have a little issue there?
Yeah, Chief. She fixing that.
Okay. Make sure you're doing lines, not lines, line segments, not lines, because lines keep going on.
Whack. So I have to delete it because I know what I was doing. Yes. I'm gonna leave it. I don't know.
Okay, Karen, did you write down the points like I asked?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think one of your points is correct.
Which
You should fix it wording.
Good, good. Start over. Segment, right? You got line. Escape.
you told me right now I got all
Line segment.
You told me right now that I gotta do lines and 9 times do segments.
Graph.
This thing's leaking on me. Hold up.
That's why you should fix the numbers.
Bro,
Oh, you're not even on the wrong.
what?
No.
So I'm going to finish this problem and then we'll be done. And I'll take a break. All right, so we need to figure out the length of each side. Okay, so I'm going to go measure, geometry, and I want measurement, length. Bam. Set down your number. 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 Okay, are opposite sides equal? Yes. Now, the next thing that we have to have is this angle. The question is asking, is it a rhombus? What is a rhombus anyway? Say all sides the same.
All sides the same.
All sides the same. Is this one a rhombus? It's not a rhombus.
It's a rectangle.
It could be a rectangle. Now, what is in this corner? Actually, every corner if it's a rectangle. 9 degrees. So watch this. Menu. Geometry. Measure.
Angle.
Let's go.
So I'm going this way. Ah, crap. I started going the wrong way. Ah, it's in radian. I'm trying to remember how to actually make this. Okay, so let me try it again. So let me go menu, geometry, measurement. Let me try directed angle. No! Ah, crap. Undo. There we go. Ah. Point here. And so I'm going to go.
Bro, it's in rad.
I know it is. That's annoying.
Watch this changes. Just click that.
Pacho's Petting Zoo.